you rather be stuck in a forest with a man or a bear?
Bear. Man is scary. With a bear.
What I've heard about bears, they don't always attack you, right? Unless you like fuck with them. So maybe a bear.
Depends what man, but probably a bear.
That video has gone viral everywhere, asking women if they would choose a man or a bear to be lost with or being in a forest with, and all of them answer bear, and I think the answer is correct. Why would a woman choose a man over a bear where the number one predator of that woman is the man and not the bear? There's a really good documentary by Herzog called Grizzly Man, and it's this story of a woman and a man that are in the Alaskan wilderness bonding with bears. Timothy, the guy who actually recorded the footage, is said that he spent over 35,000 hours or a span of 13 years with bears. A lot of them were grizzlies, which is the highest aggressive bear you can find in the forest. Eventually, he got killed by one of them, but it took a while. The worst you can experience is a probably swift death, but a woman would be like in a far worse situation with a man if she's put in with the wrong one in a forest. And she probably wouldn't experience death that quick. It will be something else. Probably SA. It's terrible too when you think about it, because a lot of the movies portrayed in Hollywood where a man is lost with a woman in the wilderness usually ends up in a romantic situation. And these movies are produced by men, because a lot of men think that eventually the woman would submit to it emotionally and sexually. But you barely ever see any movies where the man and the woman survive without any relationship between them whatsoever. The submission is like kind of expected in our society, which is very strange. If I was a woman, I would definitely choose the bear. At least you know what's coming. Get the hell in there.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
That was pathetic.
What's going on, YouTube? Is your boy Ron back with another video. If you're new to the platform, welcome to the tribe. By the end of this video, I hope you subscribe, and I'm going to do my best to keep a straight face and not snap or laugh. But man, to see that this conversation is trending on TikTok right now, this has got to be the dumbest take that I ever heard when it comes to one of these hypotheticals that pop up. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it.
Have you guys seen that dude who's just embarrassing the shit out of himself right now, talking about how he doesn't believe—
This has to be the dumbest argument I have ever seen on this app. And for those of you who don't know, there was this interviewer that asked a bunch of women if they'd rather be stuck in the middle of the woods with a bear or a man. And like 90% of them said bear. And those answers sparked the biggest and dumbest argument I have ever seen. If you are stuck in the middle of the woods with a bear or a man, and I'm not talking about you are strolling along in the woods and you see a bear. We're talking about stuck in the woods with them, like next to them. The bear will kill you. 99% of the time, that bear will kill you. And everyone talking about, oh, it'll only kill me for its survival. Or at least I know it killed me because it's hungry. It will kill you because you are next to it. That's how bears work. It's a wild animal. And for those of you who saying, at least it won't do stuff to my body after. Yes, it will. It will do stuff to your body after. That's what bears do. Bears are known for doing stuff like that to dead corpses. And it won't be fast. It will be slow. They don't go for your neck like most animals do. They just go for the food. So everyone saying anything about a bear for the reason it'll kill you, it'll be fast, blah, blah, blah. That's all not true. Sometimes, maybe. I will give you the benefit of the doubt. Sometimes the bear might leave. Might. Or it'll just walk away. And it also depends on the bear. But if you are stranded in the middle of the woods with a random man, we're not saying that they are known to do this. A random man. You will be fine. 2% of men are involved in sexual assault or grave, anything like that. 2%. There are over 4 billion guys. If you are ever have a gap in your step Because the way you guys are talking, every single guy will just walk up and just go ham. And I'll even say this. Let's say 95% of guys will trying to escape. Even though 98 never do anything, we'll give you the extra 3%. Statistically, it will not happen to you. You guys are just saying this for no reason, and it's like fucking flabbergasting me. If you genuinely think what you were saying is like a valid thing, you have to go to the doctors, get on some meds, go to an asylum. Like, and for those of you who are saying it's going to happen repeatedly in the comments, just trying to come up with like weird catchphrases. I don't even know what you call them, like whatever you guys are saying. Like at least I know it's doing for food. Like, I've seen a bunch of those. You guys are just saying stuff out of ignorance. It's like honestly just getting ridiculous.
Now, I just showed you an older gentleman and a younger gentleman who had completely different opinions on this take. And that's one of the things that I've noticed since this conversation has gone viral. It seems like the younger men seem to have more of a grasp on this than the older men do. But at the same time, I'm looking at the older men that are siding with the women on this. And what I've noticed, what they have in common, particularly on TikTok, is that they have a lot of women in the comments. So what that tells me is that these two gentlemen in particular, they probably have a majority female audience. And if you know what I'm trying to refer to, I did a video recently of a young lady who was talking about men that pander towards women and feel the need to validate everything that they say and do, no matter how idiotic it sounds, all for the sake of being validated. So in this next video, I'm going to show you a guy, an older gentleman that's reacting to a younger gentleman who had the same take as the young gentleman that I just showed you. Check this out.
Guys, I'm trying really hard to resonate with these women here, but it's getting really hard when they're saying dumbass shit like, I'd rather be alone in the woods with a bear than a man. And it's just like, motherfucker, if the bear wanted to, pause swiping both your titties off and then eating your arm like it's a fucking Kit Kat.
Like I've seen from many other men on here, this is a bad take, and y'all are showing that you're not listening. Also, all of that logic we like to talk about, we're not using it. Do you know why I think this is a bad take? It's because somebody has a bear skin on a wall right now. Somebody hunts bears for sport. It clears their mind and releases serotonin to go out and kill this 1,000-pound bear. We are the most intelligent, capable, and destructive version of male there is on this planet, bar none. And I know how a lot of y'all are thinking about it. You think you either running the ones with a bear or a man, and of course you got a better chance of winning against a man. But just earlier this week, I read a news article about this black woman that got dismembered by a white man that she met on a dating app. We have to stop dismissing the fact that things actually happen to women by the hands of men. Bears don't kidnap and traffic women. Bears don't follow women around grocery stores. And let's say you survive an attack from a bear. Okay, cool. You stop going where bears are. If you get attacked by a man, you can't not go where men are. We're at grocery stores. We're at the post office. We're at schools. We're at shopping centers. All right. We're at the beach. We're at the office building. We're at work. We're everywhere. Because if you say, I don't like bears because of one attack, you get it. But you can't kind of wrap your head around how women may not like men after one attack from a man. If you run into a man with some bullshit on his mind in the woods, I guarantee it's not going to be anything normal. You got to understand and remember that men are obscenely dangerous and we can get really creative with our destruction. And as a man, I get it. I get tired of the comparisons myself, but we have to get just as tired of the reality of what women go through. So let's be rational and listen to them. Let's not do what we claim that they do to us.
Well, first of all, you already know what time it is. I got to give a shout out to the... And then second of all, you can't sit over here and say that we're not listening to them just because we don't agree with them. That's one of the biggest things I hate to hear people say, regardless of gender. You're not listening to me. No, you don't want me to, you're saying I'm not listening to you is because I don't agree with your take and because I'm not looking at it and see it the same way you see it. This is stupid. You are comparing another human being to a wild animal. A wild animal. Seriously? This is what we're doing. Now, I'm not going to sit over here and hold you, man. The brother made some valid points, but you're talking about a very, very small percentage of men that would even essay a woman. The young man, the white boy earlier mentioned that 3%. We're talking about 3% of men in comparison to, I would argue, 99% of bears more than likely are gonna harm you if you were in their vicinity. Like, how can you even sit over here and compare the two? And then they want to sit over here and say, well, at least with a bear, you know what you're gonna get. That's the whole point. That's why you should rather be in the woods with a man than a bear. Because logically speaking, if you know what's gonna happen, if you know what's coming with a bear versus a man, wouldn't it make more sense to be with a man? But you know what? I digress, man. And shout out to Dana Dane 1987, because at least there are some women out here that got some common damn sense when it comes to this topic. Check this out.
Y'all doing too much. This hypothetical question about this bear versus man in the forest is about to get a lot of y'all feelings hurt. Some of y'all women, you're doing too much. You are the bear in the forest. You need to be scared of yourself. At the end of the day, a lot of y'all are running around acting like you so scared of men, acting as if you fear for your life on a day-to-day basis. Girl, men don't even pay you no mind on a day-to-day basis. You go to the mall, they ignore you. You go to the store, they ignore you. You go to the club and the lounges with your homegirls and they talk to everybody but you. Men ain't worried about you. You could be in the forest with a bear and a man and you got a better chance of the bear wanting to smash. It's almost comical listening to a group of women who invite strangers from dating apps to their house to smash on the first day are scared of men. I can't tell the way y'all be getting pregnant by strangers, men who last names you don't even know, men who mama you don't meet until the baby shower. I can't tell you scared of these men. Not the way you be out here giving out your address so freely and letting them come over there and Netflix and chill, the way you be going over their house when you don't even know them. Jeffrey Dahmer would have a field day with this generation, and somehow y'all scared of men. You scared to be in a forest with a man? Be for real. Y'all are comical. Nobody even takes you serious at this point because you're a joke. Every time you get on this internet and open up your mouth, it's a contradiction and you're a joke.
And I agree with her 100%. And you know what? This was so comical that even I had to get in on this on TikTok. And that, which reminds me, I've been loading up on TikTok a little bit more recently. I'm trying to get more consistent with that, you guys. So been doing a lot of stitching and reacting to other people saying ridiculous shit. So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and show you my take.
Someone say that they feel safer in the...
This is exactly what I mean when I say I'm starting to question the intelligence of women nowadays. If you want to know exactly what he said and what he's talking about, I suggest you go back. Shout out to Jonathan. Because I've reacted to him several times on my YouTube channel, Average Man Unplugged. Damn it. Seriously, man. The fact, for y'all that don't know, these women, apparently he responded or said something about, or heard something about women saying that they would feel safer alone in the woods with a bear versus a man. I'm trying. Ooh, bro. It's some of the most illogical shit that I've ever heard on social media. And it just goes to show you the level of misandry that some of the women that we have here in the United States. And the reason why I reference the United States is because I'm spending a lot more time overseas. And this is one of the primary reasons why. Because there's just so much hate from men that women will say ridiculous shit like this just to make themselves feel better. about being a woman, I suppose. I really don't know what it is, but clearly there's just something going on up here that is not functioning correctly, because there is no way in hell. Like, let me tell you something. Even as a man, I would feel safer with another human being, whether it's a man or a woman, versus being alone with a bear. Like, y'all do realize a bear is not going to give a fuck about you, right? Not saying that a man won't either, but I would imagine you're more likely to be hurt or potentially unalive from a bear versus another man. Like, what the fuck? Oh my God, man. I can't, bro. I just can't with y'all anymore, man. Like, look, like, if you hate men, just say that so that way we know which women to stay away from. Because just saying shit like this is just fucking ridiculous. And please let me know what you think about this in the comments. I'm really intrigued to think what y'all have to say about this. If you're new to the platform, please subscribe. OGs, I appreciate the love and support. Make sure y'all hit that bell notification. That way y'all know when I'm uploading. Hit the like button, because that's what the algorithm and helps me reach a broader audience. Also, look out for the travel vlog channel, Unplugged Traveler. Link is in the description. Until the next video, y'all. Deuces.